All right, welcome to another week of our at-home workouts. Let's go over today's workout. We got a 21-minute EMOM. We're starting out with the first minute being 5 clean and jerks. We want those to be touch and go, meaning that you're not dropping it at the bottom. You're going straight from one rep into the next. For that, ideally use a barbell and a weight that'll be pretty challenging for you. If you don't have a barbell, you can use a kettlebell or dumbbell. If you have two of the same weight, that works great. You can use that. If you only have one, you'll do 5 per side, and same thing, it'll be touch and go. Minute 2 will be 10 leg raises and 10 toe touches. I'll show you that in a second. Minute 3 will be a 30 to 45 second wall sit. And that you can make harder by using weight. So in the scoring of this workout, what you'll put into sugar wad will be the weight you use for the clean and jerk, and then just put in the notes, you know, how long you held the wall sit, if you used a weight for it, if you used kettlebell or dumbbell for the clean and jerk, and kind of how you scaled the ab work. So that is that. So you were doing 7 rounds of that. So you'll go through this every 3 minutes. 7 times, giving you that 21 minutes. All right, and then after that, you have some optional accessory if you have some time. It'll be 4 supersets of 10 Romanian deadlifts and 30-second Superman. Superset meaning that you will go straight from the 10 Romanian deadlifts into the 30-second Superman, and then you can rest as much as you want before starting the next set. All right. Let's see. I'll demo what all these movements and how you can scale them, and then we'll go into kind of what our warm-up is going to look like, as well as our cool down. All right. So for the 5 clean and jerks, I have a dumbbell here. Again, you can use it. Use a barbell, but you guys are all familiar with the barbell clean and jerk. So for the dumbbell clean and jerk, all we want is at least one head to touch the ground, coming up to the shoulder, coming overhead. You can do 5 on one side. Well, that was a snatch. That would be a no rep. Oh, there we go. Coming to the shoulder and up overhead, locking out. 5 on one side, and then you can do 5 on the other. Boom, there you go. Coming up and overhead. Best way to switch if you're using a kettlebell or dumbbell, come down to your shoulder and then switch on the way down. And that's how, even when I do snatches, I'll come to the shoulder and switch. So those will be your dumbbell, kettlebell, clean and jerks. Again, if you use a barbell, you already know what that looks like. The leg raises and the toe touches. All right, I've done like 300 V-ups in the last 2 days, so bear with me. Leg raises, you can either have your hands right next to you or under your butt. We want our shoulders relaxed. We're coming up as far as we can, keeping that back flat on the ground, and then coming down to just before our legs hit. The key there is that I'm coming back down to this hollow body position, so right here. I want to avoid coming into this position where my back is off the ground. Keep that back on the ground, nice pointed toes, coming up and back down, up and back down, nice and controlled. And then our toe touches, it's like a mini V-up. So our legs will start up, our hands can start overhead, coming, touching the toes, coming, touching the toes. We can scale by touching our shins, or by by bending our knees to make it a little bit easier. So you'll do 10 leg raises followed by 10 toe touches. If that many is hard, lower the reps down. 30 to 45 second wall sit. You guys all know a wall sit. We want to have everything at 45. It's kind of hard to demo unless you're actually on a wall. Back will be flat against the wall, and then make sure that you're not having your hands on your knees or against the wall. Hands should just be free floating. That is it for, just make sure that your clean and jerks are nice and heavy, something that'll be challenging for you. If you only have a really light kettlebell or dumbbell, maybe even consider upping the reps a little bit. For the accessory, so the 10 Romanian deadlifts. Ooh. If you are using a barbell, So pretend this is a barbell. It's basically like a straight-legged deadlift. You'll have a slight bend in your knees, nice flat back, come down as far as you can. It should be just about mid-shin while keeping that back flat, and come back up. We want to avoid coming down so far that either our back bends, rounds, or that when we come down, we start to bend those knees more. Slight bend, and then those knees don't bend anymore. Just bending over and coming back up. If you have a dumbbell or kettlebell, you can also instead do a single leg deadlift. So the same side leg that goes back will be the one that's holding the dumbbell or kettlebell. Coming down, ooh, nice and balanced, and then coming back up, squeezing the butt at the top. And then your 30-second Superman. We're on the ground, and you're squeezing everything on the back of your body, lifting your legs up and your arms. You can scale by bringing your arms back, just like so. So that is that. Okay, was there anything I missed? I don't think so. Okay, I hope my phone's not falling. For our warm-up, we are going to be split into a general warm-up as well as a workout-specific warm-up. The point of the general warm-up is to get your joints moving, get them limber, as well as get your body warm. The workout-specific warm-up is to specifically warm you up for what you're going to be doing in the workout. And that's our time to kind of check yourself to make sure that your reps are looking good and that your form is there. So for the general warm-up, we're just gonna have a 7-minute running clock. It says AMRAP. This does not mean you are trying to get the best score on the warm-up. It just means you're moving for 7 minutes at a good pace that's good for you. 200-meter run or row, or you can do 16 no push-up burpees. Those are exactly what they sound like. Coming down all the way to the plank, jump up, jump and clap, out, jump and clap. That should get your heart rate up. 6 high lunge to hamstring. So high lunge, hamstring. You can do 3 each side. Boom, and then switch. 10 hollow rockers. We're in this nice hollow body position, and we're rocking back and forth. 10 arm scissors, coming out as far as you can, and then coming forward. 10 arm swings is just coming down and then up. I turn my palms towards the ceiling on the way up. So towards the ceiling on the way up. And then 10 explosive jumps. So it's just like you're about to jump onto a box jump. Up. 10 explosive jumps. So you go through that as many times as you can in that 7 minutes. We're working for good quality reps there. Then our workout specific warm-up. You're gonna start with a Bergener warm-up. So that's what we do usually with the barbells, where we start with just the 3 normal deadlifts on the ground, 3 deadlifts. Then we do that shrug, deadlift and shrug, deadlift, shrug, high elbows, and then into the clean. So you'll do that if you have a barbell. You can kind of do the same thing if you're using a dumbbell or kettlebell. So just deadlift, 3 of those per side, 3 deadlift, shrug, high elbows, and then into that clean. And then if you're using barbell or dumbbell or kettlebell, everyone will do 3 push press and then 3 push jerks per side. So that'll be your Bergener. Then you're gonna go into 2 rounds, not for time, for quality, of 3 clean and jerks. The first round you go through, I want those to be drop and go if you're using a barbell. And then the second time through, we want those to be touch and go and really focus on your form. 15-second wall sit, and then 4 leg raises and 4 toe touches. This part of the warm-up is mainly there for you to, 1, test the weights you're doing and the movements you're doing, and to figure out how you're gonna scale, and then 2, to make sure you're moving well. The idea is that while you're doing this, you aren't fatigued. So whatever you do here, that is going to be the best form you're gonna get for this entire thing. Because when you get to the actual workout, you're gonna be tired and form's gonna go down a little bit from there. So we wanna make sure that we dial in our form on the warm-up, on the workout-specific warm-up. Couple things to note while you're doing your reps for the clean and jerks. Are you keeping that bar close, and are you getting a good dip, drive overhead, and then dropping back under? That's what I want you guys to consciously think about on the clean and jerks. For the wall sit, are you keeping it at a 90 degrees at the knees and at the hips, with that back flat against the wall? And are you using a weight that you can keep up for 30 to 45 seconds? And then the leg raises and toe touches, those are mainly, one, are you keeping that nice hollow body position? And then two, will you be able to keep it up in a minute for 7 rounds? If not, figure out what your scale is gonna be. That's the time to do it. So those are our warm-ups. For the cool down, you'll do 10 knees to chest stretch. These you can either do freestanding. I like to kind of, when I'm cooling down, to do them against a wall or a post or something. It's just picking up that knee, coming to your chest, getting a nice stretch there in the hamstring. You can rotate that ankle if you like, but you're gonna do 10 of those, 5 per side. And then 10 seal stretches. All that is, you're here laying on the ground. This might be called upward dog or something, or cobra, I don't know. You're here, just letting your torso sink down, pressing up with those arms, hold for 5 seconds, come back down. Come up, press and hold for 5 seconds, come back down. Then the last is 1 minute of hamstring stretch per side. So find something elevated that you can put your leg on. Lean into that hamstring stretch, hold for about 5 seconds and release. Hold for about 5 seconds, release, and do that for a minute and then switch sides. And that is our whole class for the day. There you go. Best of luck, have fun, record your stuff on SugarWOD, let us know how it's going. If you need equipment, we still got some gentleman barbells, as well as some slam balls, sandbags, I think a rower, salt bike, and a couple boxes, as well as dumbbells and kettlebells. But those are mostly like 10s and 88s. So let me know. All right, best of luck. Ooh.